I think you can have any excuse in the world about your work being too difficult. And Jamal, what's that word you said for Indian men about their legs?
Chicken legs.
Yeah, yeah. So most Indian men, and there's nothing wrong with it. The problem is we don't concentrate on our legs because anything that's concealed, you don't work on. That's why, unfortunately, in India, you see most of the men having big arms. But that's the only part that shows. So I believe that if you don't have arms, you don't have legs, you don't have shoulder, you don't have chest, you don't have a back, what's the point of a six-pack? You need to have a proportionate body. And honestly, you may not even have a six-pack, but you could be healthier than this guy on the poster. Very honestly. Because I believe that there are people here who are far healthier than I am. You know? And you don't need to have a six-pack. So I think healthiness is a sign of what you eat, how you live your lifestyle. And sometimes we are not exactly the best example of it. You know, so we need to draw a balance somewhere.
By we, you mean film stars are not necessarily the best example.
Yeah.
You are not the best.
Or, you know, film stars. Thank you so much. Thank you. So maybe when I see their legs, I'll tell you. Because I really can't say. I don't see anyone's legs. हाँ? कौन दिखाया? वो तो एक ही आदमी ने दिखाया, वो जो पानी से बाहर निकलता है येलो ट्रंक्स में. नहीं मजाक कर रहा हूँ मैं. But I just feel you need to have a proportionate body. That's all I'm saying. And I'm sure actors do have proportionate bodies, and it's just that I haven't seen anybody's legs because I don't play Dostana every day of my life. Actually, honestly, I can keep going on. It's going to take a lot of time, but the basic things I can tell you, and this is for women too, and women and men. I think you can have any excuse in the world about your work being too difficult and your timings being irregular, but I think you have to find time to have your meals on time. Very important. Very important. Maybe your boss will say, go out and do this assignment. I think you need to carry your tiffin or whatever. Get your food from the house. And this is the best advice I can give each one of you here. Be selfish where your body is concerned and take care of your body. And if your senior does not really care about it as much as you do, he doesn't really care about you. You got to care about yourself. You got to look after yourself. So that's the most important advice I'll give all of you as friends. The other thing, I can't advise anybody on smoking, drinking, doing drugs, but if you can avoid doing all of this, it's great. Especially drugs is a complete no. You know, doing drugs is something that's completely unavoidable. Drinking, I'm sure people drink to socialize. Having a glass of red wine is okay. That's all I can say. Beyond that, you got to deal with me.
Let me also tell you that in the article which you will see, John can go on talking about fitness. He can go on non-stop. In the story, when he went on and we didn't know how to place it and how to correct it and how to fit it all in, we called it Saint John's 10 Commandments, and we fit it into 10 Commandments. So if you really want his tips, read those 10 Commandments. They pretty much cover it all. Yes, the lady in the front.
Yeah. So when I say success is not consistent, it's not consistent in anyone's life. We get films that are successful, we have films that fail. Your personal life is great, it's not so great. Your public life is great, it's not so great. So in life, success in general, the definition of success is very wide. But for me, as an actor, it's about my films. I think starting with Force, Shootout at Vadala, Houseful 2, Race 2, Vicky Donor that I produced, Madras Cafe, my films have been fairly successful. But I do believe that there is going to be a crest and a trough. There is going to be a dip somewhere. And there's going to be a high. I hope that with Welcome Back, forced to Dishum. I believe it's the best part of my career still to come. And I think this is the most consistent phase of my career still to come. So I believe that, just like I was answering Ravi, right? I was talking to Ravi right now. The only time where I feel fitness and success in my life is going to be consistent is going to be this phase of my life, the next 3 years. So that's one question. I hope I've answered it, yeah?